alleviates the whole debate.
Yeah, okay. Cobra, you can still stay in your destroyed mech as your pilot if you want to.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's not your turn now.
Yeah.
I mean, you could either get out and run away, or you just stay in there and hope that your buddies save you.
My buddies.
Yeah.
Well, they don't seem interested in me anymore.
Okay, those who take a boost action. Actually, if I move them as two, it's snaps wrong. Let's hope I did it right. Yeah, they shoot at a goblin. I'd say your rich sounds counts as a soft cover, which cancels out the accuracy. Oh no, they have I forgot. These two got ammunition to ignore it. So it's 8 damage in total. And then that was...
Who did you shoot?
Huh?
Who did you shoot?
Falling.
Oh, I didn't hear you say my name at all.
Yeah, sorry. I shoot at lesser.
Well, no, I didn't hear you say Torling, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec, because that would put me into a state. Ironic, given what I just said, chat. Let's see, 8 damage you said, so down to 0, 3, make me up to 6. Structure damage 1. D6 roll.
So roll again with D6.
3 is system trauma. For a system is destroyed. Let's see here. I want to choose manipulators. Okay. I've lost my second set of tiny hands.
Player's turn. I forgot who I think Cobra acted last and can now nominate somebody.
Yeah, let's go for 0.
Okie doke. So I'm over here. I could definitely shoot at these guys. Question is if I'm going to lock on first or not. I'm going to throw Paladin a leadership accuracy, so you will get 1d6 to your next chance to fire.
Hooray!
I will then go ahead and lock on to this guy. And then I will go ahead and fire the mortar. Let's see. So it is inaccurate, and I'm higher up than it, and I am not going to spend the lock on. That is for my friend. So do they have any additional cover from where they're standing if they are on top of the rock?
I mean, if you remove your measuring thingy, I would say they are not at the highest point and can still take a little bit of cover from it, yes.
Okay, so I will roll with 1 inaccuracy.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's roll the mortar and see if I hit. We're going to do
which one did you
one
lock
that's
on?
highest up, and then this guy is the second target.
Okay.
So starting top and going down. That is a 9 and an 11.
Okay, that's 2 hits actually.
Yep, and they will both take 5 explosive damage. At the start of my turn, I am not invisible, but since I have not moved, I become invisible again. Until I react or attack again or do anything of the like. And that is a turn. Also, since I can, guy locked onto is shredded. So I'd still take 1 extra point this round. Okay. I'm done. And I'm gonna nominate Paladin next.
Okay,
After
but
you do yours.
first one of them is allowed to shoot. Let me, before I forget it, remove the champ down there, because he was champ last round. And, put a correct hiding one on this one too. Okay. Yeah, then...
Wait, is it going?
Hmm?
Because remember, the champion goes away at the end of its next turn, so... The end of its turn this time, the jam goes away. So is it taking its turn now?
No, it's...
if not, it's still jammed.
No, last round, it just hit, it did nothing. And I forgot to remove the champ.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah. And... yeah, I could actually put the hiding on there too. Did nothing but hiding. So the locked on and shredded guy shoots at Tolling. Does a 12 hit you?
Yep.
Then it's 4 damage.
I'll roll that d6 and see if I can make it happen this time. I've rolled 3 every time.
Yeah.
I stay where I am.
Fair enough.
And he put some distance between you and that. Yeah. Your turn.
Well, I mean, I guess...
Alright,
I mean,
Paladin.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see, there's this guy who's shredded and locked on, who's now running away, but there's also this guy who's still standing his ground on top of the rock.
Right, and when I fire the main and the auxiliary, and also all these guys have direct fire weapons, right? Because I'm not hearing anybody make saving throws.
Right, none of them have that this time.
Okay.
They're basically using flak cannons against us.
Right. So, and also, when I fire the main and the auxiliary at the same time, that'd be the same target, right?
You can choose separate targets, yes.
Oh, I could choose separate targets. Okay. All right.
Did you reload your missile?
That doesn't have to be reloaded.
It is a loading weapon.
It is? It says blast 1.
And just double check, just to make sure.
It's an
Missile
auxiliary.
rack is loading.
Oh.
And I did try to make that clear when we were choosing it.
Yeah, but it says, sorry, is it still blast?
Yes.
Okay, because it only says blast, it doesn't say loading. Joy and Rapture. Well, let's go ahead. And I think the infantry is gone, so these guys can actually get hurt. And everybody else... Nope. All right, pop up, fire the mortar.
All right, cool. Who are you targeting?
I think we're going to go ahead and target this guy here.
All right,
Okay.
guy on the hill.
Okay, so do I have any penalties to hit him?
Yeah, he's got soft cover.
Okay. So he's got soft cover, but I get an accuracy bonus because I get that whenever I pop up an attack.
Yeah.
So that's 0.
Yeah, but
The
your
weapon is inaccurate, so that's -1.
Yeah,
I want to
but
make sure
you
I'm
got
doing
it.
well right before I push the buttons.
You can
Uh,
spend your leadership die if you want, and then it's a 0 again.
Yes, I have
Right.
inspired you this turn.
Right, so I'll go ahead and tap that.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and take the shot. There's no reason not. Well, the reroll would stand, so I'll go ahead and take that. Boom! Take 7 points of damage. And my other action would be to hide.
Okay.
Oh, and I get to nominate somebody next.
Wait, it's first the NPC's turn. Then you get to nominate.
Oh,
Well, that and I'm the only person who hasn't gone yet, so.
Very
Okay.
true. I guess Cobra will also get to eject and such, but yeah.
Yeah, if you want so. They seem to be ignoring a destroyed mech so far. This wounded ranger on top shoots at Tolling. Does a 12 hit?
It did last time, so I'm going to say no.
Great, then it's 4 more damage.
Alright, that's another rollover. One sec.
And
Glancing blow, I'm just impaired.
can you
Alright.
guys see their health bar?
Yes?
Okay, then I shouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, I know I can, because I'm the...
Right, players won't see it unless you give permission to see it.
Okay.
But the other person who's the cameraman will see it.
Okay, yeah, then.
It does look like they're all in full retreat now.
Oh. So far,
Yeah.
only the wounded ones, and there are 4 more to act that don't have wounds. So.
Okay.
Also, just saying, you don't know what the 4 unwounded ones do. But
Right, I just wasn't aware if there were any we hadn't wounded now.
yeah, there's 2 guys on the left aren't wounded. They got a little bit of heat, but no damage. And these 2 guys in the middle standing next to Cobra are totally fresh.
Well, I'm the only one left hasn't acted yet, so... I am going to use Oris Upgrade 2 to create an Eidolon of myself that is size 3. Yeah, in front of myself so that it covers me, like hard cover in front of me, but at the same time, I'm also going to... Is that size 3? That's size 2. That's size 2. Hold on, one more. And as my other action, I want to... I don't know if this is a thing. I want to widespread communication. I want to communicate to all these mechs out here. I have been standing still this entire time. The effect I've had on this fight has been minimal, and they've shot at me a bunch. I want to communicate and make pretend that I have been a Barbossa this whole time, hiding underground, and I have just erupted from the dirt. And say, "Stand down now, or I will open fire with my anti-ship cannons. This is your only warning."
That's wonderful.
Okay, give me a roll.
Of what?
Of faking being a Barbossa. If you don't have that, make it just a flat D20.
I have invent or create.
Yeah.
I am inventing a lie. Or creating a new truth.
No.
I-
How about get
I mean-
somewhere quickly? To victory!
I
So,
guess let's just see the D20.
D20 plus 1, right? Grit applies, right?
Yeah, crit up.
How about a 6?
Yeah.
Have an amazing time.
Okay. Let me just think about it. Yeah, they actually raise their hands and wave and run away. I mean, at least these guys that are allowed to run, but all wave their hands. So, do you want
There's the full retreat then.
to shoot anybody next round, or do you just?
Oh yeah, I want to
Except
fire
they're
my
running.
anti-ship cannons.
They're actually out of range for me, so the answer is going to be no.
I mean, the funny thing is, I guess I could create an Eidolon every round. It's just a really slow... My moon gun, right? Moon and lights interact and interlock. Fire the moon laser.
Alright, yeah, that's okay. Then I guess nobody of you wants to shoot.
Correct. So it looks like we did defend the position. So good job, everyone. Cobra, you got a little beat up, but you're still alive, so that's good.
I am.
Turns out having the high ground and 2 mortars is actually highly effective.
Yeah, I'm glad I took that.
Oh yeah.
So then I'd like to take a short bio break before we continue the mission.
Okay.
About
enough.
3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. I guess I can go collect our lost officer. I don't have a compartment, but I do have the manipulators. Does anyone still have the compartment?
No, because my suit is only human-sized.
Okay. So we lost our biggest mech.
Yes.
Right. I'm still confused on what the whole situation is about a mech being destroyed, but the pilot inside of it just being A-okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So am I. All right, I'm gonna take a bio break.
I'm there too, but I'm counting up lessons, as it were.
Well, I mean, I know we talked about it before, but I don't remember what we came up with other than the fact that you don't have to be dead, which is, like, weird. Especially considering one of my guys ejected from a dying mech and got killed, so... I don't want to be like that sour guy who's like, just bringing it up because I died to it. I'm just wondering because it doesn't make sense to me. If we built the cockpits out of this unbreakable material, why didn't we just make a mech out of it? Let's call it Gundanium.
I'm back.
So I'm back. Anybody else took a
Welcome
break?
back.
Well, I just took a pill for gastroparesis, so I got an hour before I have to go eat.
Okay.
But it'll be a quick sort of thing. I'll be back and forth in the microwave. My computer is right downstairs anyway.
Okay. Crusader, Lester? Okay, they took breaks. Yeah. Having high ground is always good. So, who wants to fill that air? Zero, do you want to give a commendation speech to your fellow Lancers?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again.
I asked who wants to fill that air. Do you want to give a commendation speech for job well done to your fellow Lancers? Something.
You know what? We have the OmniNet tower going up here. I could patch in the signal, get patients, and like literally have patients like pan around the battlefield where all the explosions are and all the scrap metal, and go observe as the colonial government has completely defeated those attempting to take us down. And give an inspiring speech in that direction as the OmniNet comes online.
So,
The Lancers stand tall and remain an undefeated force in the galaxy.
Remember, folks, we're the best mercenaries money can buy.
Intentionally try not to pan over the destroyed Lancer.
Sorry, what was that?
Nothing, just a TV promotional spot. You missed nothing.
I'm sorry, I was just discussing what to order out for dinner, so I wasn't.
Would
Nice.
you like to know more?
But yeah, I mean, are we still in bio break time?
yeah. They're just
Okay,
doing
then.
some fluff to fill that air.
Well, while I got you, GM, what did we decide upon on dead mechs and dead pilots?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, if a mech dies, your pilot is destroyed by normal damage. It just stands there and acts as heavy cover. Only if you explode by heat, then of course you explode. And so a pilot could stay inside and hope for safety that he doesn't get attacked anymore. Or if a pilot goes out and fights, if pilot reaches 0 HP, then he has to roll for survival.
But the concept is that the cockpit is an invincible cage that the pilot won't die in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not invincible once the mech is destroyed. It counts as heavy cover, so you could target the pilot, but I guess.
That's what I'm saying. The concept now seems to be that if the mech is destroyed, that the pilot will always be utterly safe, in which case, why ever get out of your mech?
Yeah, you still could be attacked through the heavy cover of your mech.
Right, but that same thing is what just got destroyed, so clearly it just seems to me that if you're being shot at by, I don't know, anything, and your mech is destroyed, why are you suddenly safe?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm shooting for a ruling here, that's why, what is the definitive ruling? Is that it? Is that your mech is a layer of armor that's around your pilot?
yeah, it's around your pilot. It's not invulnerable. You still can take damage. I don't know how to pronounce invulnerability or something like that.
You're saying it right.
That sounds good.
I mean,
Okay, yeah. It's such a tongue breaker for me. Yeah, but it would count as heavy armor if you just stay inside. And like I said, most enemies don't have a reason to take out pilots because a pilot without a mech is no immediate threat.
no, I understand. It just doesn't make much narrative sense to me is all.
What?
But you're the GM, so I play your game.
Okay, why doesn't it make narrative sense?
because say a large explosion hits, right, and I'm in an armored shell. Well, I mean, if the armored shell gets destroyed, I'm the only thing in it, right? So I'm gonna get hurt too. It's like when people say, "Oh man, the plane went down, but the black box is fine. Why don't we just make the plane out of the black box?" It's like, that's just fucking stupid. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, the mech goes down. Why didn't you just make the cockpit out of what the mech's made of? You know what I'm trying to say. No, why didn't they make the mech out of the cockpit material? It's like, well, I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense that if the mech just gets fucking blown up, then why the pilot is just fine.
Yeah, yeah, it's not blown up, it's destroyed. I imagine more like not a plane, like a tank which with its engine out. And if you just hit an engine, the tank is no longer mobile, but the personnel can survive. Of course, I know in real life there's anti-tank armor which just targets the person's inside and not the actual motor or anything. But we don't have this in Lancer because it would be super effective and make fall back.
I mean,
roleplay.
conceivably we do, because they're
Right,
AP
like-
rounds. Armor-penetrating rounds could be anything. Could be depleted uranium shells, just like we fire at tanks.
Yeah.
Who
Well, I mean, if
knows?
you look at the way structure damage is done, all the options are like something that was lightly attached falls off.
Yeah.
So it seems to me that like doing full structure damage is hardly blowing up a Lancer, but rather just enough things have kind of like fallen off that it is inoperable.
Yeah.
So
The-
so for the most part, there's still a fully intact thing there. It's just that it's now completely defenseless.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
And if you want to blow something up, you have to deal a lot of heat damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I'm actually capable of doing that.
I mean, if you want to blow up NPC mechs, a lot of them don't have much heat. Stress is what. So yeah, you only have to take them up one heat bar. But on the other hand, you have to do it in one turn because they could just spend a full action to remove all the heat.
Right. With these heavy rangers, it theoretically might be better if like the Twirling and I work together to eliminate one per turn. Wherein he like does a tech attack of any type he likes and then locks on. And then I use that lock on, marker light, and then my hacker ability to do 6 more heat. So in one round it takes 8 heat and then just melts. And there's not a lot it can do about that. Unless it has like good tech saves.
You remind me of something. I forgot a lot of abilities in that fight. Damn it. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Oh, they were already using like a lot of stuff that got rid of cover, gave them cover, and a couple
Yeah.
other things, I think. So yeah.
But
Yeah, the
you
armor
remember
modules.
the first time a heavy ranger got hit, he used combat agility, and all the other times I just forgot it.
Oh yeah, they demonstrated that. Yeah, we just totally forgot.
Oh yeah, it's
Players only get one reaction, so the entire enemy team gets one reaction between themselves.
maybe not like that. Okay, yeah. It's. I mean, it's usual for me with. I think for any gem with a system like that, where you have a lot of different NPCs, so you have to learn this and this and this, and sometimes you just forget something. Okay.
Since we're still waiting on Rafferty, do we want to quickly go over the reaction stuff?
I mean, we could start patching, deciding if you want to. Yeah, no, let's wait for.
No, I think
let's
you
go
means the
over it.
rules for reactions.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can see
alright.
that chat, right? Can't right, Tail?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rules channel.
Right. And from what I think Data said, they actually started leaning towards what I think I was originally saying.
For some reason, they were going on at length describing to me what turns and rounds were, as if that's the question I asked.
So I could use one of my reactions per turn that occurs. but I can only use each unique reaction per round. So I will So I was still correct in my initial assumption. I could protect someone once a round, and then fire once a round.
Yeah.
Is your does your protection thing say that it's only once per round, or does it say?
Yes.
Okay, because again,
I think the reaction section also specifies in general, unless it says otherwise as well.
again, whatever I got from all this was you can take a reaction every turn, even when it's not your turn, but only once per that. The wording is very bad.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. It took a little longer.
Okay.
It's all good.
So yeah, you got a third tower up. The Zero did a small commercial speech and broadcasted it about your good work you've done. You still got a destroyed Cobra, so the question is, do you want to repair Cobras, Mike, and then move out, which will cost some time, or do you want to just move out?
I guess it depends on what it takes to repair. Would it take a full repair, or could we use repair points to bring it back up?
Yeah, you can use repair points.
Okay, so now might be the proper time to wait a moment and repair before trying to head out again. So Cobra should go ahead and try to fix themselves up as much as possible. I took a little scrape, so I'm kind of okay and won't do anything.
Yeah, I have 7 repairs. So how many does it take to get it mobile again?
Yeah.
4 repairs. Page 121. Page 121. If a mech is destroyed and the wreck is present, not melted in a reactor explosion, for example, it can be repaired to working order by spending 4 repairs during a rest. These repairs can be spent from the mech's own pool or the pools of any pilots that wish to contribute.
So do you have enough points, first of all?
Yeah, I just went down to 3, so that gets me out of structural damage 3.
Yeah.
You have 7 points? That's awesome.
Once repaired, the mech is returned to 1 structure and 1 reactor stress at full HP.
Alright, so I lose the heat. And my token is not tied to my ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Did you have any destroyed weapons or systems?
Yes, my paint job.
Well, it remains destroyed. We did not spend time fixing your paint job.
It'll buff out later.
So, do anybody of you pitch in repairs, or does he have to use his own?
If I pitch in a point, we can repair his paint job, right?
No, you can't. But then he could use his own repairs to repair additional stress.
Right. To the same effect here, then.
Okay, where is
So...
my... Alright, so I have 2 repair points. I will give you 1 repair point.
Okay, so how many would it take to get me down to back to 0 structural damage?
It takes 2 repairs to, or it takes 2 repairs to repair 1 structure. So.
All right. I'm also going to donate 1 for your initial repair so that you have an extra to repair a structure.
Well, after Rafferty's contribution and my own, I got down to 0 structure.
Okay, so you don't need mine then?
No. Sorry, you need 4 to have a functional mech again, and then you need 6 more to get down to 0. So that would be 10.
Oh.
And you have 9 at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so
you either get another contribution, or you have
As commander, I will donate a second one then.
Yeah.
So out of 4 possible we could donate, we donated 3, and you are back at full structure.
And
don't overheat.
And I had 0 repairs.
Yep. you've used up all of yours. I've used up a couple of mine.
I'm also going to spend my 2 on myself to get my structure back from 2 to 1.
Yeah, very good idea.
And
I only have 2 repairs on this mech, so...
and Cobra will be also at full health. I just put you there. Okay. I use my champ powers to type in the stuff for Cobra. So.
So we've taken a break, had a bit of coffee, done our repairs. The tower is fully up. The engineers are ready, and nothing's injured or broken. So we can go ahead and drive the truck out of here and get them home, which I believe is our next objective.
Yeah. Yes, you drive down the mountain. You will take a night there. You will rest for the night. That was the sentence I was searching for. I guess you will have the same watch schedule. Lesser takes all the watches.
Well, since we're aware that enemy combatants are in fact here now, it would be prudent for, on top of Lester doing what she does the entire night, for one of us each to also assist in the watch so that there are 2 of us up at any time.
Okay.
So I would take first watch, Cobra would take second, and then Crusader would take the third.
Roger that.
And of course, Lester takes all.
General takes all. Lesser takes technically none of them, but you don't know that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Just remember, if you lie to your commander and things turn out bad, it's their fault.
Yeah. What are you going to do, fire me?
I'm putting you on probational internet access.
You know, I control... you don't even know.
I am the internet.
Patience, cut off his internet access.
What's internet? Yeah, you get back to Evergreen the next day.
Yay, an uneventful trip.
An uneventful trip.
So it's unfortunate there's not a whole lot out there to keep those stations protected, but it doesn't look like they're going to go for a second round of sabotage. Unless, of course, like, setting up the stations also meant, like, they put, like, wire and turrets around it or something.
Yeah, they just hope they are deterred, because putting enough defense up there to actually deter mechs or fight against mechs, not possible with such
Right,
low supplies.
prohibitively expensive comes to mind here.
I don't know. I seem to recall these pretty awesome anti-air guns that can be used to deter mechs. Now, we've seen them in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was on another well-developed planet with much more resources.
Alright, I guess in terms of anti-deterrent system, that's still technically us. They can, but they know they'll have to deal with us again.
I got this long cord and a bunch of cans. I think I can figure something out.
When you're back at Evergreen, Edena, he greets you. She's the handler of patients, and she didn't greet you the first time because she was very sick for 2 weeks. I will write the name down for you. Here you have it. And she commendates you on your good work. And excuse me, I know you've just come from a mission, but I'd like you to take another mission immediately. The watch at Watchpoint Sierra has gone missing 3 of our militia members went without any trace, so they didn't radio for help or anything, and I'd like you to find out, or patients, I'd like you to find out where they've gone, and if there's any immediate threat to us.
Right. It sounds like maybe they were ambushed to some degree. So we should go investigate to see if we can head off any opposing force.
Yes, that would be very welcome.
All right then. So it's time to get the map, get the instructions to location, figure out how long it's gonna get there, and head out to do some investigating. We spent a good bit of time in the mountains, and well, we're already behind schedule.
Yeah, if you look at a map,
This one down here, right?
it will take you a few hours of travel.
Yay,
And-
river travel.
And yeah, you can cross the shallow point here.
All right, very cool.
Oh no, sorry. You can either cross where it's wide and shallow, or where it's narrow but deeper.
The shallow
Uh.
crossing seems better.
Yeah, then.
I'm the one who's amphibious, huh?
Are you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I've just assumed that we're all amphibious. Is there a thing that says we're not or we are?
There is a specific EVA module for one system point that designates that you are capable of working underwater and in space.
Oh
with
no, that's the one that says you can move around without restriction. We're
Yeah.
all airtight. I mean, we operate in
Yeah.
space
Oh.
before.
Yeah, I imagine if we dunk underwater, we'll probably technically fine.
Yeah, but just
Oh.
walk around the
Just
walk
don't
on the
fight
bottom.
there.
We just walk on the bottom, whereas he's like floating around and doing shit.
And I have
Um,
rocket jets, and I just float.
That does depend on your definition, but okay. Because it says you have a working propulsion system for submarine environments.
Yeah, which means
Right,
you can
so
move
have, like,
around.
actual propellers on yourself.
Right, that's what I meant. Like, I don't know if you guys can actually move underwater.
You can. You're impaired when you're in space and everything like that. It's the same rules that both apply. So
Okay,
we
no.
would slowly be walking like on the bottom, whereas you're like,
I have full movement in all environments.
yeah, you're like a
Right,
DSV.
so our marching pace is restricted to marching pace only at this point.
All right, that's fine.
Well, just not get ambushed in the water by the mega sharks.
Yeah. Luckily
Those
for you,
freshwater sharks.
those mecha sharks were
You mean
also
barracuda?
killed by the total biome collapse. There are no more around.
It's okay. Everyone knows that it's only crocodiles.
I'm sorry, what? You just say the entire biome collapse? Because I'm looking at a map full of trees. Green trees.
Yeah, it was 500 years ago. Didn't you read the history? And
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah, you would
fauna
have
of-
known all about the mega sharks if you read up on that.
No, the biome collapse is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was 500 years ago, and most stuff died back then. And what you see here is the reforestation of the planet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
going
my
to
gosh,
admit to
we're
having...
goofy.
No, I mean, I didn't read the history, I'll admit to that. I mean, you know me, my character is walking around, being moved around because he's asleep in a mech. She's not reading the history either.
Right.
And that's also why still a lot of this planet is basically a glass desert because it got bombed. Not everything.
Well, I mean, clearly it's not a desert.
Yeah.
It's a
This
giant
part not.
forest. The foresting efforts have clearly been overfunded.
So yeah, where was you can reach Watchpoint Sierra by nightfall. Some militia men are going with you to reman the station.
What's the
Alright.
point of Watchpoint Sierra?
Yeah,
No, so what's
In
the
this
point
case,
of it?
It's setting up camp for the militia, and we're basically staying with them.
No, what's the point of Watchpoint Sierra, is what I said.
You mean, what's the purpose of it?
Yeah, what's the point of it?
Yeah,
Why does it exist?
From over there, you have extremely good view over the whole southern plain. If anything would come from the southern plain, you would have a chance to see it early. I mean, there's still forests, but because the watch point is up high enough, you can see a lot.
That's a
So
bit of
it's
an
early
irony, isn't
morning,
it?
so it's what?
That's a bit of an irony, isn't it? That our mission is to secure a watch point to see that can see the entire southern vista at the very edge of the map, an area that we can't see.
Yeah.
It's okay. It makes them feel better.
I think you'll find, past this point, that there be dragons.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, no more dragons on this planet. Okay.
No, I hear there was a big old biodiversity wipe. Shit, I've already forgotten.
Anyway, so we've still arrived at the watch point at this point.
Yeah.
So it's time to go ahead and give the militia their orders to spread out, look for tracks, and we're going to go in small force and see if there's any rubble or anything remaining in the area.
I mean, it's night, so searching for tracks is very hard. But
Right, I don't expect much. That's why they're going to continue in the morning, but we're just looking to make sure there's nothing obviously threatening still here.
and the militiamen would try to not be split from you.
Right. We're going
So-
together, we're going in force, and then we're setting up camp.
Yeah. So yeah, at a actual watch point, you see no traces of any combat whatsoever, and you see no traces of the 3 militiamen.
All right. Barring some sort of weird biological attack, I'm going to go ahead and say let's reman the watch point right now, and that's our defensive camp position. So we can go ahead and wait here until the morning, and then in the morning do a full investigation.
Okay. Yeah, then-
Unless a lesser would like to go ahead and see if there's a computer here that happens to have a note saying, I'm in the middle of dying to this. My last words. I sent an email.
It's
No.
chiseled on the wall.
Oh yes, the email is chiseled on the wall. Send to xxx@spacemail.com.
You fool, why would he chisel it if he was dying?
Well, that's just what it says. Ugh.
No, there's no computer there. I mean, there's just some wooden building to give you even additional hate to see even better, and no, there's no chiseling. And you can have an uneventful night, and the very next morning you can set out to do whatever you want to do.
All right. So it's time for us to take the militia in the general area and do that spreading out and looking for tracks. I'm going to assign Cobra to this because he is the best at it.
Cobra, go ahead.
All right.
I grant you an additional accuracy dice for all the help you get.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you find tracks where people went to the south, which the militiamen attest is unusual because they usually don't go to the south, and
Hmm.
so there's no reason to go to the south. And if they would have spotted anything, they should have radioed in instead of going south.
I guess first note would be Cobra. Do these look like the costumed armor that our adversaries have been wearing? Or are these just normal boot prints?
Normal boot prints.
All right. Second question would be, we have this watch point, which, as has been declared, has a wonderful view to the south of all those dragons. What do we see out in that direction?
Yeah, you see the river, woods, some clearances in the woods, but 3 people could still be hiding if they take great care. I mean, you're basically watching for bigger forces.
I see.
And yeah, if they are basically because they've got a few hours to get away from the tower, so they are deeper in the woods. If they were to be closer, you probably be able to spot them. But if they really go straight south, they're so deep in the woods that it's very hard.
Okay. Well, Cobra seems to have a very good read of these tracks, so it's possible we could find them and then see what their final fate happens to be here. And I know we were joking about the computer before, but I think you did say there was actually one here, right?
No, there's no computer.
Okay, no computer. Got it.
Yes.
Just night vision goggles, I think you said.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the wooden
okay.
tower.
Like telescopes or something too, probably. Okay. So, we have the militia here. Things seem like they're safe in the area, and we didn't die of a deadly virus in the middle of the night either. So, it looks like everything is fine here. So, the militia will man this, and we will go on the hunt from here. So Cobra, if you'd like to lead the way, we can go ahead and see where these people have gone.
All right. Do you need another roll to follow the tracks with the lead?
No, I guess not. You
Yeah, they're the same tracks.
yeah. What you see is when the tower is here, they went like here into the woods, and then very soon, instead of going south, they went westwards. And you're about here when the next night sets. You could go on trekking during the night because you've now found the tracks. You would be much slower.
Well, it
But
is about to lead up into the mountains, it seems.
Yeah.
So it's probably best to rest here for now and then track them over the mountains tomorrow, rather than trying to press too hard over dangerous terrain. If it was still the flat open terrain or the foresty terrain, I'd probably just say let's go for it.
Yeah, but mountains are dangerous at night.
Right. So we'll go ahead and set up camp here. Lester will go ahead and take watch across the entire night, and the rest of us will take an additional watch with him. Her. Okay. So that's going to be our plan. If anything doesn't happen during the night, then I guess we can go ahead and proceed.
Yeah. Next day you go into the mountains, and after a few hours, like right middle in the mountains, you happen to find 3 militiamen who just prepared their lunch. And you spot them before they spot you. So
Right. 3 men are preparing their lunch, and 4 mechs, one of which is larger than a car, are about to walk up on them.
So you just stand there and aim your weapons at them.
No, I think this might be a friendly greeting moment. I'll let the other 3 decide what they want to do, and I will advance forward with speakers on.
Wait, you said these were militia, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're friendly. Why are we...
Yeah, so... Well, I don't know, because something weird might be going on.
Well, they're having a lunch. What's weird about having a lunch? I don't understand what the problem is.
Anyway.
Anyway, what?
Shush. Let me speak. Alright, so like I said, we found them, so just kind of driving on up and turn on speaker and go, "Morning, gentlemen."
They are startled, jump up and look at you. Good morning, gentlemen.
I will go ahead and park next to them and get out of the mech.
So,
Just sort of slide on down, pat myself off of a little dust. Wow.
yeah, they have this look between them like, what the fuck is going on?
So, how's it going? You were the three who were stationed over at Sierra, weren't you?
No?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you certain you want to say that's your story right now?
Yeah, we were stationed at Sierra and we left.
Alright, that's a lot better. So, why did you just go ahead and walk off and leave?
Yeah.
And come all the way out here to the just middle of the mountains? Seems like an odd choice.
Yeah, obviously this wasn't our destination. Hey, listen, man, we just didn't want to have anything to do with Evergreen and all this Sicilian stuff anymore. We figured if we just left with our families, we could build our own home and live in peace out there, like the others, like you or Merrick, and we just wanted to leave. But yeah, so we left.
Zero will just kind of like sigh a little bit. Well, as long as you're on this planet, it's going to be hard to escape the they're not aliens, they're just rebels. This rebel force nonsense.
Yeah, but the Hysanians leave the smaller settlements alone for some reason, and we figured we just stay small, we get our peace.
I see. Well, really, I'm mostly just disappointed that you didn't resign first so that we didn't have to panic about losing a watch point. It did cause us a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
I do understand your feelings here.
technically we are not allowed to resign. He grins at you.
Hold on. Zero's gonna like pull out like a data pad from his pocket and like go back over like the militia contracts. Like, I've been handing these out. Did I like forget that line? Oh well, I guess there goes the recruitment drive, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you also spot a lie. Also, they have to serve their term. They can't resign early. Are not allowed to do it. And also, desertion is punished by either lifelong imprisonment or death.
I see.
So, yeah, it would be very nice of you if you just pretended to not have seen us or just let us go.
Right. But if I let you go, I can't guarantee anything. But I can say that the colonial government only applies to this planet, and the Mirror Smoke Mercenary Company is hiring.
Yeah, you're also aware of the contract they have with Landmark Colonial, but that would be just another contract on top they have done. Yeah, but we don't want to die fighting. We want to live with our families in peace. So thanks the offer, but...
Well, that's okay, because you don't have to be a mercenary. There are other positions within the company. In fact, I believe after this mission, we're going to have a bit more overhead, and I might actually need some people to push some pencils for me and get that out of the way.
Could we take our families with us?
I believe that can be arranged. It would be very inconvenient to have your families all the way out here, and for you to return to the outer edge of the systems just to get your off time. So I think it would be a lot better, and probably within the Mirror Smoke sign-up package, to get you accommodations somewhere else for you and your families.
But could we then just quit immediately, or would we have till you finish your missions to quit our term?
Well, I'm not intimately familiar with the shuttle schedules, but we are generally going to have to wait for ours and leave when you might have to leave with us, which we might have to stick around for a while longer.
Yeah. They look at each other and think a little about it. Seems like we have no other choice, does it?
Well, you do. You could go ahead and keep running, and we do have other things we have to defend. Following up on deserters isn't exactly on the top of our priority list, if at all. But this option does provide you with a new alternative.
How about we hide out in the woods and you contact us once you leave?
That's fair enough. I do have an Omni hook. If you have any communication device, you can radio back to us. And as long as you're staying out here, maybe you could keep an eye out for any enemy forces in this direction.
Yeah, we will continue deeper in the woods to meet up with our families, but we will keep
There you go.
an eye out for you.
See?
Thank
So
you.
now you aren't in dereliction of your duties, you have new orders. Congratulations, you aren't deserters.
Thank you, sir.
At ease, soldiers, and carry on.
You want something from our food?
Oh, I have some here if you want some, and I'll like pull out some extra coffee for them. I have extra rations to share.
Yeah.
That should make their stay out here comfortable.
Yeah. So they thank you, and after lunch, continue their way on. And I guess you go back to Evergreen.
Yup. Sierra is secure, the mystery is solved, and everything should be good and legit.
What do you report back to patients, or Edina for that matter?
I'll report that there are possible enemy activities that are being scouted. New missions have been assigned.
She looks at you a little bit like, okay, something's going on here, but I can't prove it. And yes, thank you. And turns around.
All right then. So it looks like, well, that's one mystery solved. We're back in Evergreen, and I guess all's quiet again, right?
Yeah. And I guess I'll wrap up the session early. Arkloid said he grabs some food in about.
Oh no, I've already taken care of that, so don't end on my account.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
Unless this is like just a good stopping point anyway, because if
yeah,
we did like another combat, that'd be like an hour and a half, right?
Yeah. It's a good stopping point. Another combat would take some time, and the next story beat, as they are called here, it depends on you if you have to fight. So yeah, I just take it as a very good stopping point here. So
Helped deserters and recruited to mirror smoke. I'm just gonna write that down so I don't forget it. I've already done them a favor, and this is the return favor. Yeah. I have lackeys in the future.
I can't wait till you get to the point where you say, and this is the thanks I get?
I have to say that it was a very creative solution. But Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely liked it. It definitely lets kind of bypass any hardships here. Though I was expecting this to be like, another ambush or something of the like. It's like, why, yes, they are deserting to the enemy's side. They were in contact the whole time. They were waiting to lure an enemy force in and take them by surprise to get advantage.
Okay, good.
But this seemed to work all out. That's great. So let's see. So at the end of that one, do we full repair and get core systems and other things back?
Yes, you do. You also get a new license level.
All right, cool. We get our next upgrade. I will complete Swallowtail.
For the new for the new printer to actually arrive, you will have to wait some weeks. So you can only print size 1 stuff for the time being.
All my
But
Macs
right.
are size 0.5, so I'm fine. I can print 2 of me.
Fortunately,
Yep.
we did repair the burning Hulk that was Cobra's mech, so we don't have to worry about that yet. As long
Yeah.
as we don't explode it.
Yes. So,
Okay. Now I have to figure out what I'm going to go ahead and improve later as well. That's pretty good.
I'll reminder for everybody against the retrofitting is the thing. If you don't like a talent or something, you can switch it. And Rafferty, because for you it was very rushed this time. If you want to, you can even switch a talent for this level and the last one.
Oh,
I
well,
mean-
I appreciate that.
So yeah, I didn't want to complicate it more with more decisions. So yeah.
Right, so later on at some point we can work together on that, Rafferty. Just gotta get back to me before the game starts.
Oh, could somebody help me? I've got Comcom up, and I just want some help figuring out how to get myself to level 3 and take care of my mech.
Okay, it's kind of like we did earlier. You would pick another trigger to go up.
Well, in order here, I'm looking at 2
Oh yeah,
pilot
if you're
skill
doing it through
points.
ComCon, it'll actually guide you through all of your choices.
Yeah, but pilot skill points are called mech skills under the
Uh-huh.
pilot tab on the Lancer sheet.
That's right.
All right, so I'm going to raise 2 on hull to go to 4. Can I do?
Yeah, you can raise it.
Oh,
Alright, just kind of
Apparently I
looking
can't
ahead
raise it
towards
yet.
mine real quick. I was curious
Okay.
what I was getting
Okay.
here.
Do you have anything you want to say? What was good this session? What was maybe not so good, and I can improve?
Okay.
What you
Uh,
you already said you liked the last part.
yeah, I definitely liked that last part. It was definitely an interesting little role-playing scenario.
Yeah, it's neat.
We covered reactions already and got that clarified, so now we know how that'll roll in the future.
Yeah.
I guess in terms of combat, so far we're facing like very wide forces that when they step up, have a vast number of actions more than us and do quite a lot of static damage.
Yeah.
So I don't know really what we can do to kind of even the score on these, except to not engage at all.
I can't shake this feeling that I don't think the game is really designed to handle that. It really wants to be a slugathon. Also, I think this is the 5th maybe there were guys who had missile launchers the last time, but so I've got this weird ace ability that gives me the ability to gives me a bonus to agility saving throws, and I've never made an agility saving throw. In fact, like it's just weird decisions in the game. Like, I feel bad that I shoot and hide, but I can't come up with a reason not to do it. And it just seems extremely powerful unless people close with me. And
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's enough mobility in the game for people to actually close all that easily. I don't know. I'm not sure. It seems very awkward to me. So
yeah, I mean, it depends a lot on forces. The Hysanians have a very limited amount of options because they were 500 years locked on this planet. So there will be some new things. Spoiler alert! But yeah, you've seen a lot already of, and you can take adjustments based on that as long as you're on this planet. If you ever reach another planet, there will be other systems and stuff, but this forcing saves, yeah, it's not basic, like everything forces the saves. There's very specific things that forces saves on you. And with like agility checks, that's partially on the planet, partially on me, because you get a bonus to saves and checks if you fly and there's like dangerous clouds or something. And
right,
you
but my point is I don't fly
yeah,
because it would put me at risk, so I don't do it. So it's I mean, hiding just seems so OP because I hide and then no one targets me.
I mean, they could though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
They could.
They would have to take specific actions to seek you out, whereas they could just continue to barrage.
Right, and they do, but they have a superior action number. You see, I don't want to be negative. You guys are having a lot of fun. I think that's the important thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically at this point it's a team strategy, and Arclight goes every battle and puts himself in front as the obvious target, which is kind of hard to ignore, and it makes it
Oh, I
easy
understand.
for you
I mean,
Right, he gives us hard cover, we can give him hard cover. He's the guy who has armor, he has the most HP.
Yeah,
I mean, well,
we could probably give him resistance by some way, like maybe one of the shield generator thingy things. I forget what they're called exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm also like, and I always feel like a minority when I say this, but the universe just seems like really off kilter to me, like the way they have it set up. And that might just be me, because I'm always the only person who ever complains about that.
What do you mean by off-tilter?
Well, okay, so we're a mercenary company, but we can basically repair and replace and upgrade for no money down. There's no obligation on us to control any costs whatsoever. I think I already mentioned this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think we went over that a little bit last
But then flip this around and like, I don't understand anything of what Teth did this session. Did you just magic a sandbar out of the air?
Yeah, he more or less creates holographic illusions.
So it was a holographic illusion. It wasn't an actual substantive.
It is apparently substantive enough to absorb fire.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
I'm gonna definitely say all the horror stuff is weird and definitely the most out of phase with the rest of the content.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to blame him for taking
Other people have said Evangelion, and that's honestly what it is, I guess.
Oh,
whereas everything else is like very much like, okay, these are cool mech things that could theoretically exist together.
Yeah, and it's
So the departure is a lot weirder, and when you see the weirder thing, that on top of the problems you already have with it, it does seem even weirder, doesn't it?
Yeah, because like, yeah, and that's why I hesitate to bring this up, because it's like, well, if I'm the only one who's bothered by it, then I'm the only one who's bothered by it. It just it seems really, again, it doesn't feel like a gritty military simulation. It feels more like She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Right. If there was any gritty military thing to it, like you said, with like the mercenary companies scrounging for materials or something, that just entirely abstracted into the repair resource.
Yeah, and if that's the kind of tone they're going for, it's not really. I mean, comparing it to Evangelion, it's like, wow, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's not the kind of giant mecha combat I enjoy. So, but I mean, like you know, if that's, I don't know what to say. That's stuff that's in the book. It's probably just me.
Yeah, you might want to read up on the whole paracausal stuff, which is their explanation for magic. What
I'm trying another way to phrase this. It's not that I care if it's explained, because it's. I just think it's like tonally dissonant. It's just not.
I mean,
Right. It doesn't seem to fit adjacent to the rest of the stuff.
It's a little more fanciful than I like. So that's about it. Like I think you're doing a pretty good job running this game. I think you've got the campaign setting down, and I think our motivations are clear and the history is clear. So I think that's all pretty good.
and I hope you appreciated that enemies now act according to their own psychology, and the psychology is a little bit more.
No, I like the fact that,
side.
like, after they took some heavy law, it's like, hey, let's go out there. We're immune to direct fire weapons. Well, boom. Oh my God, they brought explosives. Not one explosive, 2 explosives. And you had explosives.
Everything of theirs got damaged, and they realized at a certain point they would take a substantial amount of losses if they wanted to try sealing the deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if that was Teth's complaint about how it seems like, you know, the mech can blow up and you can't die, and then it's only a few repair points to bring it back.
Yeah, we discussed it while you were AFK. It's not blow up, it's destroyed. Blow up is if you take reactor heat. Destroyed is there.
So to clarify, yeah, no, I hear you, but I mean, it's also like I remember Teth mentioned that before. It's very much that the mecha pilots have plot protection, which a lot of this reads to me like a reaction against BattleTech. So I can understand that. But yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else from Arcloid?
I had a good time, and I mean, while I understand Theta's reaction to the mech not killing the pilot when it gets destroyed, I'm kind of glad it doesn't happen.
God damn it! Why won't you die, Arcloid?
Yeah,
I already died once.
Yeah, no, I mean that's not what I meant to say. So yeah, no. Yeah.
Sorry, my food arrived, so I've been.
My food has arrived, so I'm gonna get that. So thanks again for running this.
All right. I'll catch you guys later then. And thanks for running.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
And Ark, if you want to stick around for a bit, we'll talk about leveling up.
Yeah, you can stay here and level up if you have any questions. I will be up a little bit more. You can ask me in the chat. See you next week.
Right. See you around.